Welcome back to Health Hacks. I'm your host, Tara, here to empower you with tools, insights, and practical tips to help you thrive in every stage of life. Today, we're diving into a topic that impacts so many of us, the relationship between blood sugar and hormone health, and how a continuous glucose monitor, or also referred to as a CGM, can be a game changer. So if you have ever struggled with hormone imbalances, whether during perimenopause, that's that state of where you're still cycling, but you haven't went through menopause yet, but maybe you're over that 35 to 40-year-old mark, menopause, or maybe you have dealing with some conditions like PCOS or irregular cycles, then this episode is for you. So hormones play a vital role in your health, but they're also very sensitive to lifestyle factors, particularly blood sugar regulation. Let's explore together how keeping your blood sugar in check can support hormone health and improve your overall well-being. So first, let's talk about why blood sugar is so critical for hormone health. When your blood sugar fluctuates wildly, so making big spikes after meals or dropping too low, it creates stress and inflammation in your body. So this stress triggers your adrenal glands to release a hormone called cortisol. And cortisol is known as the stress hormone. And while cortisol is helpful in small doses, it's really a safety mechanism. Chronic stress from frequent blood sugar highs and lows, those swings can lead to problems. So here are some examples of how extra cortisol or excess cortisol can create havoc in your body. So one common condition that we will see is that it will worsen PCOS, and this is because it can disturb ovulation and cause irregularity in your cycles. Another common type of patient that will come in looking for help with hormones is a lady that is looking at menopausal symptoms. So when you're going through menopause, you're already having hot flashes, and you do not want anything else in your life that's going to cause more hot flashes, and that's just what swings in your blood sugar can do. It can also interfere with your sleep, which is also challenging during those menopause years. And so the reason for this is that your blood sugar, and it could be a couple different reasons why this is happening, but essentially your blood sugar drops low. We call it the blood sugar hour. It's usually around 3 a.m. And then if you had a continuous glucose monitor on, we could see that your blood sugar was dropping too low at that time. The safety mechanism for that, once again, is cortisol. So your cortisol will raise your blood sugar back up as the safety mechanism, and then it wakes you up, and you're not for sure why. Sometimes it can cause a little anxiety, or maybe you just roll over and you think, I'm awake, I should go to the bathroom, and so that can cause a lot of interference with your sleep. Excess cortisol can also cause weight gain or make more challenges during menopause of those sort. Excess cortisol, because of your HPA axis, can suppress your thyroid function, and this can lead to fatigue, brain fog, and a sluggish metabolism. So on the flip side of this, though, maintaining a steady blood sugar supports hormone production and balance and make you feel more energized, focused, and resilient. A CGM is like a window into your body. So it tracks your blood sugar in real time, showing you how things in your everyday life, like what you eat, the meals that you eat, exercise, stress, all of this, sleep, how it impacts your glucose level. So instead of guessing what's going on, you get a clear, actionable data for making your best choice. So it really allows us to customize your nutrition. So now let's look at how different life stages can bring their own unique hormonal challenges and how that relates back to your blood sugar and using a continuous glucose monitor. So perimenopause and menopause. So during menopause, estrogen and progesterone levels start declining, and this hormonal switch makes it harder for your body to regulate blood sugar, which is why many women experience weight gain, mood swings, and sleep issues during this time. So using a continuous glucose monitor can help you identify patterns like if your blood sugar crashes after certain meals or drops overnight, or you can adjust your diet to include more protein and fiber and healthy fats, and you can smooth out these fluctuations and support better hormone balance. So for those with PCOS, insulin resistance is a common challenge with this condition, and so your body doesn't respond to insulin as effectively, which can lead to higher blood sugar levels and then worsen symptoms like acne, weight gain, and cause irregularity in your cycle. So with a continuous glucose monitor, you can monitor how your body responds to specific foods or meals even. So for example, you may notice that sugary snack or that like frappuccino coffee that you were drinking every day, or even something, let's say it's seemingly healthy carbs. So maybe you thought, oatmeal in the morning would be healthier than other choices, but maybe there's something in your daily patterns that are causing a significant spike. So with this knowledge, you can adjust your meals to include more protein and fat and stabilize your blood sugar levels throughout the day and then reduce insulin resistance over time. So those are just a couple examples of maybe a couple of different types of scenarios that we would use a continuous glucose monitor. So general blood sugar tips for hormone health. So here's a few strategies I would just love to share with you today, and I often recommend to clients who are using a continuous glucose monitor. So number one, start your day with a high protein breakfast to stabilize your glucose early. This is very important if you're in that pre-diabetic or diabetic category, and you can find that out through laboratory findings. One of my favorite breakfasts is going to be eggs with a lot of vegetables or a protein first thing in the morning. It's really going to be helpful. Another tip I love to give is pairing carbs, like a simple sugar, with a protein or a fat, so the combination in which you eat your food to slow the absorption of glucose. So this is one of those tips that we're able to find using a continuous glucose monitor and able to help find those right combinations for you. Avoid eating late at night as your body becomes less insulin sensitive before bed, and you will see more swings in the evening time. And what's unfortunate about this is your body tells you to eat more sugar. It seems a little evil, but avoiding late night snacking is going to be really helpful. The beauty of a continuous glucose monitor is how personalized it makes your health journey. So let me share a few real life examples. So one woman I was working with was struggling with stubborn weight gain and energy crashes in the afternoon. So using a continuous glucose monitor, she discovered that her morning smoothie, which was filled mostly with fruit and juice, that juice just really raises your blood sugar quickly, was causing a massive glucose spike. So for her, what we did was just switched the proteins out in her smoothie so that she had more proteins, a little bit of berries, and we were able to find which type of berry worked best and the amount, and that flattened that spike. And so she was still able to enjoy her smoothie, but she felt more energized, and she even lost a few pounds. Another way that we could tackle this would be just to remove the smoothie altogether and replace it with something like eggs. So, or eggs and vegetables. That is a really common way that will help patients. Another patient that we have helped, another example, is a lady with PCOS. She was really frustrated by the irregularity in her cycles and her carb cravings. So the continuous glucose monitor revealed that her blood sugar was staying elevated for hours after eating white rice or white bread. So these were some of the areas that we saw that the spike just kept going, and so we just swapped out those for some healthier choices like quinoa. We added some fats into her meals, like avocado, which stabilized her blood sugar, improved her cycle regularity over time. So those are just two examples of how small informed changes can make a really big difference, and how you may be missing that information without laboratory findings or without a continuous glucose monitor. So how can you get started? So here are some takeaways, some actionable steps that maybe you could consider to get started on your health. So number one, you may consider using a continuous glucose meter, so a CGM. Whether you're in perimenopause, maybe you're navigating PCOS, or simply just want to optimize your health. Maybe you're just tired all the time. And a CGM provides that insight for how your body works. Number two, start small. So use your CGM data to make one change at a time, like adding protein to breakfast or switching to a lower glycemic carb based off of your carbohydrate tolerance. And then we would love to come by and guide you and come alongside you and help you. So at Thrive Functional Health, that's where we really love the space that we love to be in. So we can help you interpret your data that you get from your continuous glucose monitor, address the root cause of hormone imbalances, and create a plan tailored to your needs. So remember, improving blood sugar isn't just about managing the numbers. So it's about improving how you feel every day, and with the right tools and support, you can really take control of your health and then thrive through every stage of life. So thanks for tuning into Health Hacks. If you found this episode, we would love for you to share it to a friend and to leave us a review. And as always, we're here to help you on your journey to better health. And until next time, take care and keep thriving.